Shalom, this is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be titled Reincarnation, right? Because as you can see, a lot of things are happening. One, a lot of people are dying. So, people start to bug out and be like, start to get sad about these people and why, and ask why they die, put up prayers for them and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you don't know who that person was in their past life, right? So that's why reincarnation is a thing. So you got 1 Corinthians 15, and we'll start at 38. But Yahweh giveth it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body. Right? So basically, the body you get is because it's the body you deserved. That's really just to be objectively blunt about it. No emotions involved, right? Whatever body you got is the body you deserve, depending on what you did in your past life, And then it says, and to every seed his own body, right? So, depending which seed you are from, you get a body according to that, right? And then it goes in verse 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another fishes, and another birds. And that also goes into the fact that, these other religions, especially I think it's Hinduism, they say that you can come back as an animal. That doesn't make any sense. You can't come back as an animal if you're a flesh of man, right? Doesn't make any sense. If you're a spirit of man, you're going to come back as man, right? If you're a man, you're going to come back as a man. If you're a woman, you're going to come back as a woman. You're not going to get put into a different body. Well, the most I can put a demon on you to make you, he can do that with demons. But at the end of the day, you still are a man and you still are a woman, right? The demons are what cause you to get confused. So when you see these people, they're thinking they're a different gender and stuff like that. That's just a demon, right? That's a whole different conversation. But the point is that you can't come back as an animal or a bird or a fish, okay? You can't, no. Like it says, all flesh is not the same flesh, okay? But before that, the body you get is the body you deserve. So whatever the body you eat, you just can't really, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? I don't want to really ramble on that. It's very simple. So we're going to go Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. So the dust returned to the earth as it was because we were of the earth, right? And we know Adam, the first man, well, not the first man, but the first man to get the truth, say that, right? Because there was other people there in the garden with him. He wasn't the only one. But the name Adam means Adamwa, I believe, right? Which means of the ground, right? It's either Adam or Adamwa. I think it's Adam. Actually, you know what? Let's just get that real quick. I don't want to butcher that. So hopefully they didn't change anything here in the blue letter. Adam. Okay, there we go.
Strong's H120. Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Adam.
Now they don't have the actual. It means Adam means of the ground, right? Because he was made from the ground. He was made from the earth, right? So that's why I said Because when you die, right, your bones, everything, it decays, right? The worms and stuff eat it, and they shit you out. You become the earth again. That's what happens, right? So you return back to the earth, right? So I'll read it again. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it is was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. So your spirit goes back to Yahweh. So when you die, you're not gone, right? Like all these other people believe. So you have the atheists. They believe when you die, you just die. That's it. No, your spirit goes back to the Most High, right? Your spirit doesn't die. Your flesh dies, but your spirit doesn't die, right? Now you might be asking what happens to your spirit. Okay. So you go to Hebrews 9:27. Okay, Hebrews 9:27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So it says, and as it is appointed. So appointed also means reserved.
Strong's G 606. Apakamai. Apakamai.
Right, to be laid away, laid by, reserved for one, awaiting him. So reserved, pretty much. So, and as it is reserved or appointed unto men once to die. So that means they were reserved. That means they're going to die by something. It's already been put in place that they're going to die a certain way. And why? Right? Because of what they did in their past life. Right? It's because of what they did in their past life. That's why they have this reservation of how they're going to die. Whether they die young, whether they die old, how they die, But after this, the judgment, right? Now it's like you're going to die, but how you're going to die, is going to be the judgment. That's going to be the judgment, based on what you did or what you didn't do. Okay? So now, Revelation 1:7. Okay, so Revelation 1:7, behold, he cometh with the clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. Right? So it's referring to Yahweh Shai when he comes back in the clouds, with the clouds are the chariots, right? And everyone on the planet of the earth is going to see him because there's no way it's going to be on every news television station. Everyone's going to be streaming it. You're going to see it everywhere because it's going to be so magnificent and terrifying and exciting that everyone's going to be focused on it, right? But it says, the main thing, it says, the ones that pierced him shall see him, right? So the ones that pierced him, that was talking about 2,000 years ago, right? Those soldiers, the one that pierced him with the spear. But he says when he comes back, the ones that pierced him are going to see him. So that means he came back. They're coming back in the reincarnation. They would have to be back again. Hence, why would he say that, right? So that's reincarnation. Slap. Right? So, Isaiah 47:3. Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I'll take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So he says when he comes back, he's not going to meet you as a man. So he's already talking about when he's coming back. So there's reincarnation. When he gets reincarnated, he's going to be reincarnated as something beyond a man, right? As for our Redeemer, the Lord, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, right? The Holy One of Israel is Yahweh Shai. And also the Lord of hosts it also refers to, Lord of hosts, Lord of armies, you know. Also Lord, Father of spirits. He's also known as the Father of spirits, right? So now, Ecclesiasticus 16:12. Ecclesiasticus 16:12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judges a man according to his works. Slakia. Yeah, so I read that again. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. So we read in that other scripture where it says they're reserved to die and then comes judgment, right? So the judgment that they get is based off of their works, what they did, right? It's based off what they did. Or what they didn't do. So now we're going to go to John 19:33. John 19:33. But when they came to Yahushai and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water. So this is back 2,000 years ago. So the same soldier that's pierced his side, right, is the same one that's going to be there when Yahushai comes back, right? And he that saw it bear record, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. For these things were done, that the scripture should be fulfilled. A bone of him shall not be broken. And again, another scripture saith, they shall look on him who they pierced. Right? So it's funny, right there, they were looking upon him right there. Because they pierced him, right? They're looking at him right now. But it's also going to talk about when he comes back in reincarnation on top of it. Because nothing's new under the sun. Right? So they did it right there, and they're also going to do it when he comes back. Right? So that's it on that. Main thing is like when you die, right? Your spirit goes back to the Most High, because the Most High is the Father of spirits. Spirits don't die, right? And then based on what you did, right? It said based on your works, your judgment. Part of your judgment is when you died, how you died, right? When you died and how you died, and your spirit goes back to the Most High. And then another part of the judgment is how you're gonna live based on what you did in that life, and which body you're gonna get, and how your life's gonna be in the next life, right? So if you do good and you redeem yourself from what you did in the past life, right, you're going to have a little bit better situation coming back. And if you did bad, you're going to have a worse situation coming back. So it's very simple. Anyways, that's also just so, when we're going through things right now, because a lot of brothers are getting sick and stuff, especially for brothers in the truth, getting sick, you don't take it negatively, because you have to remember, like, we are paying for things we did in our past lives. So this is mercy that we're just getting sick. It hurts and it sucks, but it's mercy, right? Other people are getting killed. Other people are getting killed, right? And the mercy is because we're doing the work. We're doing the work. They're not doing the work. They're not serving Yahweh Shem Shai. They're not being obedient to him. They're not following the law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability, So that's why those things are happening to them. So when things are gonna get a lot worse to people around you that are not in the truth, right? So when these things happen, you can't bug out, because, like, at the end of the day, they deserve it. They deserve it. That's just the reality, right? Or because if they didn't deserve it, it wouldn't be happening to them. It's very simple, So I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to close out by saying, Ka halal Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and to the hopeful elect pushing his word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, and 2/3 as well. Kwam Yasharella, Abad Babal, Shalom.